Guys, I am about to show you how we are going to do this super awesome, super fun, very messy art journal spread. Have you ever heard of an ink blot test? Well, this is like a Rorschach ink blot art journal page. Now, it looks like I just went and painted a butterfly, but no. There's a whole lot of tricks behind this that I'm about to show you. So get ready, get your supplies, acrylic paints. I actually use some watercolor and something to keep your surface nice and clean while you make this mess. Have fun. Using white gessoed pages on my composition notebook, I actually started by doing some watercolor in the background. I planned on having this whole thing be watercolor, but as you're about to see, it did not quite work that way. Watercolor is very, very sheer, but you get the idea how I painted one side, closed it up, and then opened it back up, and it had that little symmetrical design. But here we go with some acrylic. Close it up, push down really hard, make sure it gets transferred, and voila, butterfly shape. Now I'm adding some water because I like my stuff to be messy. That's just kind of my vibe, how I roll. But I continue to close it up and then open it back up. I am using my hair dryer so that things will dry really well, because if they're not dry, then the colors will blend. Now I'm using a paper towel to get excess watery paint up, and you can see I'm adding those colors around the edge, so that way it's like nothing goes to waste, no paint. Hair dryer time, make sure things are nice and dry so that the next layer that I put on will not blend in, but just kind of sit on top. Ooh, and here I go with the watercolors. Now you guys can choose to, once you have your paint down, your main design, you can choose whatever you like to accentuate it. I'm using some watercolor paint, and you'll notice that I used like a red-orange because that is the complement of turquoise. If you remember your color wheel back from elementary school. Now here we go, more messy, more hair dryer. Close it up, push, 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 open it, there's your mess. And honestly, you can choose to be deliberate about the shapes that you put down, or you can just be really, really random and see what happens. This is part of the fun of doing something like this. Now, I really like butterflies, so that's kind of my thing, but you can make it very abstract. I am defining my butterfly shape with some watercolor paint, putting some extra stuff in there, making it messy, blow drying again. And then I'm going to be adding some more little details. Oh, some more acrylic paint for the middle. Now this is where I'm getting a little bit more intentional with my painting. And instead of rinsing off my brush, I'm taking the excess paint and using it for around the edges just to keep more colors going. Dry it really well. Using a little bit of white to kind of soften up that blue. Water it down. Add more in there. And of course, this is just, my process. When you guys do this, the main concept is that you're going to get that symmetrical, image going on both sides, and you can keep playing with it. Just remember that if you are using paint and you don't want it to blend, you're going to have to let it dry first, because if you don't, it will definitely blend in. Now, why am I putting white on top of that green? Because I wanted it to be softer. I wasn't crazy about the super duper bright green. I wanted it to be a little softer. Oh, here we go. Watering down some black paint. I'm going to close it up. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Decent amount of pressure, more pressure. And some of it transferred, but not as much as I wanted. More water. This is where I start to do my detail-y thing. My messy lines that I like so much. If you're a very neat person, this might be more of a challenging art journal spread for you, but be patient with yourself, have fun, and enjoy the process. That's like the most important thing. Of course, I love those loose, swirly lines, so I'm just having fun with that. And I'm making a border for my page because I like that too. And this is basically black acrylic paint. Hair dryer again. Now, this is the hair dryer that I use on my hair, but you can actually find used hair dryers just for art over at like a Goodwill shop. I've seen them there for very inexpensive. Ooh, finger painting time. Dabbing some paint on. Guess what I'm going to be able to do? Close it up. Push, push, push. Make sure it all smooshes over. And voila. Ooh. Got our little white dots going. Very cutesy. I'm grabbing some blue paint. And I don't think that the blue paint is really enough of a pop. So here I go with some purple. And some reddish purple. And you got to make that mess. It wouldn't be my art journal if it didn't have a messiness to it. That's just my thing, guys. And you can tell that this is like the paint is really, really watery. Closing it up again. Now I will tell you one thing. One thing you don't want to do is close it up while it's wet and just leave it closed, because if you do, that art journal is never going to open again to those pages. Like, you need to let it dry, open, otherwise it'll just never open again. I'm adding some little details with a tiny brush, little stripies. And I think I'm just going to add some more colors to the background just to keep it bright and pretty. And that will pretty much be about it, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, just some colors, make it pretty, and there you go.
There you have it.
Check that out.
There's my art journal spread.
I hope you have fun.
And I hope that you have fun making your own.
You can see I did add a little bit more details, white jelly roll gel pen lines, little black pen marks, little book pages that got torn out and with tape. I tore them out with tape and put them in there. So I hope that you enjoy the process. Make whatever is fun, you know, get in there, make something. Creativity is very, very good for you. It's just a really good way for you to relax, have fun, don't put stress on yourself. This is supposed to be an enjoyable thing, not something to stress over. Have fun. And if you are enjoying my videos, like and subscribe. And I hope you have a wonderful day.